So moving on, like I said before, this is a 5-row dual slotted design, and it just looks like they just milled it out. The whole construction of the comp is steel. I know there was a guy out there saying that this was aluminum. It's not. It's actually steel. This is obviously threaded to AR-15 specs, or it's meant to go on AR-15 threaded barrels. So if your gun can accept those threads, and hey, you're in luck. Alright. And obviously, with most comps out there, just due to design and function, you will get a louder noise report from it. So, with that, and you may also annoy people at the range, is some of the other complaints about compensators in general, but well, let's just flat out be realistic here. You're at a gun range. You're if you're expecting for quiet noise and peace, you're in the wrong place and probably in the wrong business. So, again, sorry, I haven't had my coffee. I'm kind of going back and forth here. No issues with it tearing up my gun cases. Does the job really, really well. We'll get into that a little further down. It can fit a bayonet on there. I probably should have got mine, Manning brought it with me for this, but it does slip over nicely. It does share the same characteristics as an A2 flash hider, and that's what we'll go next to, is comparing it to the A2 flash hider. Right, so this is your standard A2 flash hider, obviously. The A1 slotted all the way, this and that. It's not a compensator, it's actual flash hider. Alright, so when you generally look up for info on this, you'll hear some people complain, oh, it's heavier, or oh, it's longer, oh, I just don't want to add that much more weight to the barrel. Well, in comparison to the A2, the compensator itself is actually only 1 ounce heavier than your standard A2 flash hider. And lengthwise, well, let's just see here. You're looking about just above 1.5 inches. With the compensator, you're looking about just a little bit over 2 inches. So it is a little bigger, but for what you're getting a better, not better, but you're getting a lower recoil. You're staying on target faster, and you're also getting those cool little spikes at the end. So those are the differences between your standard run-of-the-mill GI flash hider and what this has to offer. I lost my space again. One sec. Anyways, so continue on. When shooting the comp, for $20, you really can't beat it. I mean, it performs just outstandingly. You hardly feel any kick at all. Any recoil felt in the rifle is honestly probably just from the bolt and the buffer coming right back at you. And you can stay on target pretty dang well. Sorry guys, like I said, I really need some coffee. Tell you what, I'm going to go ahead and roll in some footage here of the comp being shot and some of the testing that we've done, along with some other stuff that I did that you honestly should never try at home or at your range. I will be the first to say it was probably a stupid thing to do, but for the sake of science and testing out for this review, I did it anyways. So with that said, here's some clips, and I'll be right back. Okay, so this is to test out the Yankee Hills comp. Before I do this, no one's around us. We're in a controlled environment, and I cannot stress enough that this is insanely retarded, and don't ever do this at home or at your range. Ready?
Yep.
That's how good that compensator is. Oh, that's good brew. Hey, you're back. Alright, so that was the testing that we did. As you can see, the gun's more manageable and, again, allows for greater follow-up shots. The 100th time I've said that. So, why would you want to buy this comp? Well, honestly, there's not much I can say to stop you if you have the cash and you really want to go for one of those more fancier ones. By all means, go for it. There are a lot better comps. There are a lot more efficient at reducing the kick to feeling like a 22 to absolutely nothing coming back at you, to lower flash reports, to lower concussion. But again, you're also going to be paying a little extra for that. Why would I recommend this? Well, for around $20, you really can't beat it. As you saw, it does its job. It keeps the gun in line fairly well, unless you're shooting it one-handed. But if you're someone who doesn't feel like forking out $50 for something that you just want to try out, or you just don't feel like forking out $50 for it, like me, or if you're on a budget and looking for a way to phase yourself into it, or get a feel for how a compensator works, or if you need to reduce that recoil, this is a great buy. Alright, honestly, I love this comp. I wish I could put more emphasis on that, but without sounding like a dork, but that's almost not possible. So for $20, what you're getting, a efficient, dependable comp that works and does more than what it's advertised to do. I almost got to give it a 10. I mean, you can look at all the downsides of what a compensator brings in: louder gun. One sec. Louder noise report, louder flash, this and that, but that's what comes with a compensator. It's what comes with shooting a gun, unless you have a silencer or suppressor. But for $20, you can't beat it. It, like I said, it really does its job. And if you're not a fan of the spikes, Yankee Hill does make a smooth version. It doesn't have the teeth milled out for it. It's more traditional, and that's called the 5M2, and it's about the same price and pretty much does the same thing. So, well, before I continue to stumble on and trip over myself, that's the review. Like I said, I really got nothing negative to say about it. A year later, after testing and firing, it's still my favorite comp. It's still my favorite accessory to my gun, and I honestly don't really feel the need to buy another comp. And so yeah, next time you got $20 in your hand and you feel like adding just that much more to your gun, or if you're like me and want to make it sound louder than it is, go for it. Oh, one side note, that is, if you are shooting 22 out of your rifle with this thing on, you will notice a slight buildup of crud, like, just, I really need to finish that coffee, of just, powder residue and other stuff collecting at the baffles right there. Just run a few rounds of 223, 5.56, and that'll just pretty much blow it all the way out. So, alright guys, catch you on the next one. That's how good the comp is. Can fire one-handed when at safe direction. Sweet.